The four financial institutions are the African Central Bank, the African Investment Bank, the African Monetary Fund, and the Pan-African Stock Exchange. Addressing the AU in Addis Ababa, President Akufo Addo said the slow pace of signature and ratification of the legal instruments are some of the challenges facing the establishment of these financial institutions.
Regrettably, none of the AUFIs has reached the minimum number of ratifications required for the enabling legal instruments to enter into force and thereby facilitate their substantive establishment. This is detrimental to the operationalization of the African Monetary Institute, which is the first step towards the establishment of the African Central Bank. A number of recommendations have been made in the full report, whose endorsement by the Assembly would be critical towards the establishment of the AUFIs. They've been captured in the draft Assembly decision that will be submitted to Your Excellencies for consideration and adoption.
President Akufo Addo thus presented a number of recommendations to the AU Assembly for adoption and endorsement, which he says would be critical towards the establishment of the AUFI. On the matter of SDR reallocation within the context of optimizing its impact on Africa, the president recounted that last May in Paris, world leaders made a commitment to allocate the historic SDR 650 billion issuance to IMF member states, with Africa's quota allocation of 5% or SDR 33.3 billion.
The IMF should not be the sole beneficiary of such rechanneling. Neither our own constitutional institutions, such as the African Development Bank and Afrexim Bank, should be recipients of the recycling of these SDRs. Our finance ministers and the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, have advocated for the use of regional development agencies to be included in this rechanneling.
On rating agencies, the president called for a change in the way the financial institutions operate.
We need to guard against the continuing consequential stranglehold of the rating agencies, which has affected the cost and access to capital markets for African countries, and has during this COVID period resulted in the downgrading of many African countries, exacerbating even more their funding challenges.
He thus urged the AU Assembly to encourage G20 leaders to stick to their commitment to reallocate to Africa the SDR $100 billion agreed to at the Paris summit in May 2021.